Hare Krishna. So here's a question asking that there are people who do not know, they are innocent, they are unknowing, they do not know the rules and regulations of Shastras, and sometimes they may do things like maybe even eating onion, garlic, and even meat eating, maybe, boiling Tulsi as a tea, and so on and so forth, things which are not, you know, good or allowed in Shastra. They may not know because they do not know it, or they're not born in such a families who follow this culture, and therefore they don't get a chance for studying Shastra. They may born somewhere else. So will they still get the sinful reaction? Will they still get the sin? Will they still suffer? Right? Because they're innocent, they're unknowing. So the laws of nature are so stringent, the laws of nature are so cruel, Prabhupada says, that even if a child is unknowing and touches fire, the child's hand will still be burnt. The child can't say that I do not know. So what is the reason actually? See, that's why Paramatma is there in everyone's heart. The Lord in the form of Paramatma is always guiding the Jivatma. This is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 18.61. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishyati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra rudhani mayaya. Just like a machine, the Lord is seated in the heart and guiding all the living beings according to their desire. So if someone is sincere from the heart, who really wants to live a good life, Lord will guide them. They will come to the association of devotees, they'll take up bhakti seriously if they're sincere in their heart. Right? So then once they're taken up to bhakti, whatever wrong they have done, knowingly or unknowingly, that does not count. That totally just gets exhausted or burnt away. But till that time, if a person does not come to bhakti, that means one has to understand that the person has some selfish material desires, some envy, some animosity, that is in the heart. That's why he has not come to bhakti. We see many people who come to bhakti and they turn away, they go away. Maybe they still have some desires for sense gratification. So Krishna says, okay, you keep trying a few lifetimes. You have faith in sense gratification. You don't have faith in me. Okay, no problem. Why don't you move around? So therefore, bhakti becomes durlabham, becomes very rare in this regards. So that means factually, no one can say that I'm innocent or I'm unknowing. It all depends on the sincerity in our hearts. And we cannot judge anyone because we do not know what's going on in everyone's hearts. But we can just understand that if a person comes to bhakti, maintains bhakti, takes up bhakti, that means he has some sincerity. And the whole process of bhakti is developing that sincerity. What is sincerity called in Sanskrit? Shraddha. Right? So, Shraddha, if we look at the 9 levels from Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, and so on until Prema, what is the difference between Shraddha and Prema? The same thing. Prema means more strong Shraddha. That's it. It is mean more solid faith. That is love. Love means more solid faith. So the whole game of bhakti is the game of sincerity and faith, developing more and more faith on Krishna. So therefore, no one can say I'm innocent or unknowing. Krishna is there in the heart as Paramatma, guiding everyone. And if we come to bhakti, then don't worry about whatever wrong. Or I used to boil tulsi for tea and all. Don't worry, whatever the mistakes, that will all be taken care of. But if a person does not come to bhakti, then well, like a child touching fire, they will get some reaction definitely, because in their heart they don't want to know Krishna, and therefore they never get a chance to know Krishna. Hare Krishna.